Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, getting into your forecast. Temperatures a lot nicer than what we have seen. A little bit, couple of cool days passing on through. If you enjoy the cool temperatures, I like the heat turned up just a little bit, so I'm excited for the more summer-like conditions that we are going to hang on to because we are almost in the month of September. August wrapping up very quickly, which means cooler days are ahead. But a warm up is going to move on in and drier skies on top of that too. 74 the current temperature in the Boise region, 67 a little bit cooler, and we got some winds passing on through, some light thunderstorm activity, not going to bring any rain or strikes over to the Twin Falls area, but still have a little bit of wind kicking on up in the region. All of that moist air that passed on through the region now making its way to the east. You can see a fair bit of activity over the top of Montana. Wyoming is getting it as well, and very small parts of Idaho moving into the Wyoming area. You can see very dry skies as we are going to have some drier conditions moving on into our area. Perfect timing, especially for the Labor Day holiday that is coming up. I want to highlight too that just not too long ago, yesterday, we saw this entire map covered in green, basically from Lewiston on the way down to Magic. And now we have got clear conditions when it comes to watches and warnings, which is perfect, especially for the extended weekend that we have in store. Here's a look at the weather pattern moving on in. A low pressure system looks as though it might come in and threaten our region, but heading into Sunday and Monday, a high pressure ridge kind of just going to push it on back, and it's going to continue to make its way off into the Pacific. Should drop the temperatures just barely, but we are going to have some very nice and dry skies. Only light chances of thunderstorms heading into the second day of September. You can see very light activity passing on through closer to Valley County, but it looks as though conditions are going to be absolutely lovely heading in to this weekend. Taking a look at temperatures going into tomorrow, there is a little bit of smoke along with this forecast. I want to highlight that too. Fires happening over in Oregon, going to be blowing in a little bit of haze into our horizon, so just be prepared for that. Temperatures sitting into the 90s for the northern Treasure Valley, 80s expected everywhere else. The coolest we're going to see is over in Kuna. On top of that too, nice and slightly cooler nights falling into those 50s and low 60s, which is what we need, especially after a warm day like we see going into the Treasure Valley region. Temperatures over in the Magic Valley area going to be sitting into those 80s. We will be warming up fairly close to the 90-degree range going into the weekend, but it's going to take a couple of moments before we get to that. So expect Friday to sit into those mid to low 80s, 78 degrees over in Oakley, and very light chances of thunderstorms. There is some light moisture expected for the southernmost border of Idaho, but I'm not expecting too much activity when it comes to rain to pass on through the area. But like I mentioned, temperatures sitting into those 80s. Gonna have to wait until at least about Sunday, Monday. That's when we're going to start to see that real uptick in temperatures going closer to the 90-degree range. Going into Friday and Saturday, there are light chances of smoke passing on through the area, like I mentioned, because of Oregon wildfire activity, and then pretty consistent temperatures after that. 88, 89, 89, 87, kind of a 3-degree range going in from Sunday all the way till Thursday. A couple of clouds on top of that too. But hey, a beautiful weekend is in store. I hope you have your plans ready to go outside. Temperatures are looking great for the Treasure Valley too, just a smidge warmer. 93 is on the way for Sunday. 94 expected Monday and Tuesday. A couple of clouds will be mixed in there on top of that as well. I do want to highlight there is going to be smoke in the area going into Friday, but temperatures consistently sitting into those 90s as soon as we hit Saturday. So gear up for the warmer temperatures, and hey, have a great holiday weekend.